Hello there, I'm Lisa Worley and this is Southern Yankee Designs, a home improvement channel that explores DIY projects, paint tutorials, and interior design tips and tricks. And if you're always looking for fresh, new, inspirational ideas for your home, then click that subscribe button and click that bell to be notified every time I have a new video, and it will all relate to you and your home. Let's get started. This project is a winter wonderland topiary. I am making it out of an old terracotta pot that I had. I've got 3 different size styrofoam balls, vines that I got from Michael's, and they were 60% off. This wonderful little star, it was also from Michael's, 60% off, and this is going to be my topper. I'm also going to be using sweaters. I got both of these sweaters from my local thrift store, and I'm going to be cutting them up and covering the styrofoam balls. First, I'm going to start painting my terracotta pot, and I am going to be using the Rust-Oleum metallic paint and primer all-in-one in aged copper. Now I am going to start cutting strips of these sweaters. Doesn't have to be perfect. I am going to cut probably 3 to 4 inch strips. Now I'm going to take these strips of fabric, wrap them around the styrofoam balls, and hot glue them in place. Okay, so now that I have these wrapped, this is going to be so cool. Here's my pot. I sprayed it. I had to spray it outside because it was stinky up in here. Here's the 3 different sizes. I'm going to use these old paint brushes that I had, and I'm just going to cut off the silver part. These are old and hard, so they're useless. But I'm going to stick them in each end and use them as like little dowels to just keep everything together. I'm taking the bristles off and just breaking off the ends, and some of these just come right off because they're so old. And you might have to, since there's glue, use your scissors first and just kind of start a little hole in there first. And then it should go in like that. Hear it crunching? This floral foam that I had left over from another project, and I got it from the Dollar Tree. So I am just going to hot glue this inside here. I am just laying the golden leaves all around the edges of this pot. Now this paintbrush dowel that's in the bottom is just going to slide down in the center and hold everything together. It's so fabulous. Eyes back on. So, let's make a little starter hole. The metal side in first, because that's going to be a little bit harder. So, I'm going to leave a little bit sticking out, and I'm going to put it right here. And then comes the middle one. I'm going to make a little starter hole because that glue is hard. I'm going to do the top as well, because once this is on there, it'll be a little hard to put pressure on it. Actually, I'm going to put it in there already so it's ready to go. How about that? So, look at that. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can surprise myself. All right. lay that on top like that, and then where my starter hole is, I am going to put the topper on there. I now will put the topper on. There. It's a fuzzy sweater winter topiary tree. I think that looks pretty darn good. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to give you a little bonus project here. I was editing this video and thought, this arrangement really looks like a snowman. So I took everything apart, took all of the gold leaves and the star off, spray painted the terracotta pot with a black flat spray paint, and then I put everything back together again, of course minus the gold leaves and the star. See how cute this turned out? This is just giving you another option for this project. I cut 2 pieces of cardboard in the shape of a top hat, and I'm just going to hot glue a wooden dowel in between the pieces and glue them together, and then I'm going to spray paint them with the flat black spray paint. I'm going to be using this black and white ribbon for his scarf. I've got a bunch of buttons and pins, and I'm just going to pin the buttons to his face and create a happy snowman face. I love how this turned out as well. I love having different options. The base remains the same, but you can switch out the accessories, I guess you could call it. What a happy little face. Now I did like the look of the gold leaves and the sparkly gold star, but I also am digging this little snowman. Which one do you like the best? I had this old green burlap like ribbon. I got a bunch of these. They're like the wreath frames, the metal frames. I got these from the Dollar Tree. I figured, why not make a wreath with leftover stuff and stuff that I already have at home. All I'm doing is cutting pieces and tying them all the way around in little pieces, and it's going to create a wreath. You can see the 2 pieces I've already started right there. So I'm just, before I continue, I'm going to cut all of these pieces all the same size. So now that I have all my pieces cut, let me get my jute ready. And basically, so easy. I am just tying these pieces on this frame with the jute string. To me, it's easier if you go off of one side or the other. That way you can get a little bit closer to the frame. And I'm just double knotting it, and that's it. You can cut those pieces later or leave them. It's totally up to you. So I am going to finish this all the way around. Really turned out great. I mean, it didn't cost me really anything because I had all of this on hand already. I kind of like some of these pieces of jute showing through, peeking through. I'm going to leave most of them, but I'm going to trim some of these longer pieces just to kind of make it all uniform. We had a bunch of old ornaments. My husband was going to throw them away, and I said, I don't think so. So I just put some jute around them, and I'm just going to tie these ornaments to the frame. See how cute? Oh my goodness, I'm just so happy with this. Almost looks like holly and berries. I found this in with my ornaments, and I have not used this. I don't even remember seeing this. I don't even know where this came from, sad enough. And it still has the tag on it. Shame on me. It says, Merry Christmas to y'all, and to y'all a good night. Is that too much? I don't know, what the heck. I'm gonna put it on there. I'm gonna tie it with jute. I can't wait to hear what you think about this. This really turned out super stinking cute. A 7 by 7 inch square of these scrap pieces of leftover fuzzy sweaters, and we're gonna make a cute little ornament. I cut this 7 inches by 7 inches, the square, and I don't even know what size this is. It's a big enough eye to put some yarn through, so that's why I got it. And I am just going across all 4 edges, or all 4 sides, excuse me, back and forth, and meeting back at my starting point. Here we go, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Perfect. Now, if all goes right, I've got these 2 strings right there. Now, the next thing to do, I've got this polyfill. It's a little overkill for my little ornament, but that's the smallest bag I could find. I am just going to take this and make it into a ball and stick it in the center. You can kind of see where I'm going with this, maybe. It's almost like a little satchel purse. That's a good idea. Oh, I don't want to break the strings. You know what? Cut a little bit of that, because that is way overkill, way too long. So I am going to see how tight I can get this. I push some of that filling down in there. Just gonna want to be careful and not break the yarn. And I'm just holding that in place while I double knot it. I want this to be a little rounder. That's what's cool about that filling though, is you can kind of shape it. And that's where this loveliness right here comes in. So I am just going to cut some of these. So I'm attaching all the leaves together to create a mini little spray or arrangement to hot glue to the top of my ornament. All right, I'm just making this little spray all the way around like that. So I got the leaves in there, and they're just kind of twisted around this yarn. And it's pretty cute. It's definitely unique and different, but I still think it needs a little something. They're just little pine cones, and I think that would look so super cute stuck in there like that. Just hot gluing these in place. I'm using 3 because I like to use odd numbers. It's just more pleasing to the eye in design. There you go, your little fuzzy sweater ornament. Pretty cool. And now here's the bow. You can add it if you want to, or you don't have to. I think I'm gonna add it. I'm just gonna glue it right in the center there, just to top it off because it's a little present. There you go, little fuzzy sweater Christmas ornament. I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Leave comments below. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you loved these projects as much as I did. I really enjoyed using things from thrift stores or things I already had on hand or things from nature. I would love to hear your tips and tricks on anything that has inspired you to redesign, recreate, and look at things differently in your home. Happy holidays from Southern Yankee Designs. I hope to see you in my next video.